Keir Starmer made a slip-up in a recent interview that suggests he knows what's coming and ultimately that he is on borrowed time as our Prime Minister now. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimer. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this because Keir Starmer has recently made a slip-up in an interview that suggests, and as far as I'm concerned, confirms he knows what's coming. He knows the end is near for him, that he is on borrowed time as our Prime Minister now. Why? Well, let me lay down a little bit of the groundwork before we get to that interview that you guys can hear and his slip-up, because reports have been coming through over the last couple of months that Angela Rayner is eyeing up his job. And I totally believe that. What about you guys? Now here, this is from theweek.com. Angela Rayner, Labour's next leader. A leaked memo has sparked speculation that the Deputy Prime Minister is positioning herself as a left-of-centre alternative to Keir Starmer. She ain't a freaking alternative. She's freaking worse than Keir Starmer. She ain't called Three Pads Rayner for nothing now, is she? She's the freaking bed. Anywho, this article goes on to say the Deputy Prime Minister's designs on party leadership and the Prime Minister's role have been the subject of much discussion after a memo was leaked to the Telegraph in which Rayner suggested tax rises as an alternative to Chancellor Rachel Reeves's planned spending cuts. Now, this is the memo in particular that was reported by Dan Hodges on the Daily Mail. And so here, this was the leaking of the explosive Angegate memo that exposed the fracturing unity of the cabinet and blown a gaping hole in Rachel Reeves's faltering economic strategy. In it, the Deputy Prime Minister, i.e. Rayner, demands the ditching of Reeves's pledge not to raise additional taxes and lobbies for a smorgasbord of punitive hikes. £1 billion from the action of inheritance tax relief on shares, £1 billion from closing a loophole on stamp duty, £800 million from reinstating the lifetime pensions allowance, £700 million from an increase in the bank surcharge, £325 million from the axing of the dividend allowance, and £200 million from increasing the tax on enveloped dwellings. And so Angela Rayner actually tried to kill off this speculation, right? That she was gunning for Keir Starmer's job. Speaking to Sky News' Sunday Morning with Trevor Phillips, she says, quote, "I don't want to be the leader of the Labour Party. My desire is to deliver for the people of this country who have given me opportunities beyond what I could have dreamed of." When asked by Phillips to say the word never, she replied, "Never." I'm sorry, but when she's speaking to the Chancellor like this in this memo, you're telling me that she's not gunning for Keir Starmer's job, that she don't want to be the next Prime Minister? Because as I've been saying now for a while, Keir Starmer's not going to freaking last another more 4 years as Prime Minister. He's gone. He's dead in the water. He is donezo, right? And she's the freaking bed. They're going to try and replace him with freaking Three Pads Rayner. Oh, no. The Labour dictatorship, the whole lot of them need to go now. Through peaceful, democratic means, of course. Right, guys? Her trying to deny that she's gunning for his job, I don't buy it for a freaking second. As far as I'm concerned, the whole lot of them in the Labour dictatorship are freaking liars. So I do not buy her denial at all. I totally believe she's gunning for Keir Starmer's role as Prime Minister. And you know what? Keir Starmer, he knows what's coming. He knows he's on borrowed time as Prime Minister now, as he made this slip up in a recent interview that involves 3 pads Rayner. Now, thanks to Basil the Great, at Basil_TGMD on X for sharing this. Get a load of this.
Is she the victim of a briefing war?
Well, look, Angela's had people briefing against her and talking her down over and over again. It's a big mistake, by the way. Angela's an incredible Prime Minister, an incredible person.
Deputy Prime Minister, you said Prime Minister.
Deputy Prime Minister. But
for those in the back that didn't hear, let me just play that again for you guys.
Is she the victim of a briefing war?
Well, look, Angela's had people briefing against her and talking her down over and over again. It's a big mistake, by the way. Angela's an incredible Prime Minister, an incredible person.
Deputy Prime Minister, you said Prime Minister.
Deputy Prime Minister.
Yeah, I'd agree with Basil the Great here. That is a Freudian slip of freaking epic proportions. He just called Angela Rayner Prime Minister. He's the Prime Minister. If he don't know who's who in his own freaking cabinet, just the freaking bed, how are we to have any element of trust in this dude? I mean, I don't at all, really, at this point. It's gone. It's dead in the water. It's done. Is the bed. He literally, in this interview right here with BBC Radio 5 Live, turning around and calling Angela Rayner Prime Minister. That is a Freudian slip of epic proportions. By saying that, by slipping up like this, he is just, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, just confirmed he knows what's coming. He knows he's in his last days as Prime Minister. He knows he's on borrowed time. He knows he ain't going to last the remaining 4 years as Prime Minister. He is gone. He is done. He is dead in the water. And he thinks the next best move in the whole wide world is to replace him with 3 pads Rayner. Dude, no. It's not just Keir Starmer that's in his last days as Prime Minister now. The whole freaking Labour dictatorship. This whole Labour dictatorship is not going to last another 4 more years. Not a freaking chance. Not with the way this country is going and is heading. It's absolutely insane. It's insanity. The Labour dictatorship think that they can hold on to power for another 4 more years. It's absolutely insane that they think they still have a freaking mandate from the people. Just look all over social media and you'll see it. Thousands, the millions of people now that are protesting against our Labour dictatorship. And yeah, I call it a dictatorship. I'm very, very purposeful in saying that. They're not democratically elected anymore. Not a freaking chance. You look at the polls. No one wants them in government anymore. The majority of us want them out. They don't have the mandate anymore. They are done. At least Keir Starmer, in this interview here, has a shred of reality in him and he knows what's coming. He knows he's in his last days because this slip-up is extremely telling. By calling Angela Rayner the Prime Minister, he knows what's coming. He knows he's in his last days. He knows he's not going to last another 4 more years as Prime Minister. Not a freaking chance in hell. Guess what? Keir Starmer, if you're watching, your whole Labour dictatorship is not going to last another 4 more years in power. Not a chance. We are going to be having an emergency general election before the rest of the 4-year term is up. The country needs it. The country is demanding it. When you look at the polls, there was a general election tomorrow. Labour's dust. Labour's done. Labour ain't winning shit anymore. It is over. But hey, baby steps, right, guys? And as this interview with Two-Tier Keir was just proven with this humongous Freudian slip, he knows he's in his last days. He knows he's on borrowed time now as Prime Minister. He is done. It is dusted. Game over. Now he just needs to realise that his old Labour dictatorship is done and dusted. And it's game over for the freaking lot of them. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, with the state of the UK at the moment, unfortunately, there's going to be more. Make sure you subscribe to join our Alternerd tribe here on Political Nerds. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alternerd. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to this humongous Freudian slip from Keir Starmer? Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.